Good morning. It is July the 15th, 2021, and it's been a while. I haven't posted a video in quite a bit. Took a little bit of a break and kind of stepped back on my trading strategies and tried out some new tools, and those are some things I'm going to show today. You don't have to use any of these tools. There'll be links for you guys if you find anything useful or want to give it a try. I'd appreciate it if you use those links, and that's all I'll say about that. Any indicators or tools that I use in the video, there will always be a link down there. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave those. So what I'm going to try to be a little more consistent about is when I do initiate some sort of strategy or trade. The title of this or the what I call this channel is, Matt Learns Crypto. I'm still learning. I'm not a professional, so I really hope that this is more educational and helpful for you guys to implement your own strategy. So take what I'm doing as a educational learning opportunity. I would just say be very, very cautious if you implement exactly what I'm doing. But I do watch a lot of other YouTubers that are traders, and I try to take a little bit from all of those and come up with my own implementation for trading Ethereum and Bitcoin. So that's what I'm going to show today. I have an active trade on Bitcoin right now. We're kind of in a summer lull and really a downtrend. As of today, Ethereum's dropped quite a bit from, the 2000s down into 1900, 1800 right now. So what I plan on doing is setting up a trade for Ethereum right now. And as you can see on my TradingView chart, I've got the moving averages. Most everything right now on the 1 hour is below the moving averages. You even see that this 50-day, I think, is the kind of gold-colored one, is crossing down, and all of these moving averages are kind of converging at this point, and it's acting as a pretty heavy resistance right now. So I think we're going to drop a little bit more, but I'm going to go ahead and set up a trade so that when it does drop, I'm going in on a short-term long position, and once I get into the trade, I'll kind of decide where do I want to take profit on that. So I am using a site called 3 Commas, and I set that up with my Bybit account. So all 3 of these tools, like I said earlier, there'll be links below if you don't have an account and you end up wanting to use any of these platforms. Click those links. That'd help me out quite a bit. And then usually you'll get some sort of discount or something for using those links. So anyways, what I'm going to do is hop over to 3 Commas, and this isn't going to be a tutorial on how to use 3 Commas. I'm just really wanting to show you what my entry points are going to be. So the green lines on my TradingView are the entry points that I'm going to put into 3 Commas. So right now I'm not in an active trade. I get the feeling that we may drop down to at least this line here, which is right around $1,880 is where that line is set to. I actually want that to be like 1,883 is about where I think it may kind of dip down there. I've also going to go ahead and put some other buy orders in just in case it keeps dropping, to do what's generally referred to as some dollar cost averaging. Once it hits this, if it does hit this $1,763 mark, then I'll go ahead and put in another order here. And then, you know, if it continues to drop, I don't think it'll go much lower than that. So I'll go ahead and have another buy order ready for $1,661. So I'm going to hop over to TradingView, or I'm sorry, not TradingView, 3 commas. And what I'm going to do is I am going to make sure we've got Ethereum selected on my Bybit account. And then what I'm going to do is scroll down here in the SmartTrade. What SmartTrade is it's kind of a combination of executing a manual trade. It just kind of takes some of the emotion out of it and lets me set up a strategy that I don't have to think about. I don't have to check my Bybit account as often. You know, it gives you a little bit of manual control. You're not necessarily setting up a bot to do the actual trading for you automatically. Like, there's no artificial intelligence behind it, I guess is what I'm saying. So it will execute what I put in here. So what I'm going to do on Ethereum is I'm going to set my leverage. And again, don't follow my strategy on leverage. You can lose quite a bit on leverage if you're not careful. I've lost quite a bit on leverage, and I won't go into that too much, but generally speaking, if you're going to trade on leverage and you've never done it before, set it extremely low. Maybe 2x is the highest I would recommend if you've never traded on leverage. I'm going to set mine fairly high because I'm comfortable with the, you know, I'm not trading with a ton of money per se. So, and I'm comfortable with the strategy that I'm putting in place, and I will have some stop losses later. I'm not going to set one today, but anyway, I'm going to put a custom amount of leverage, and I'm going to set it to 10. Again, I do not recommend you use 10x leverage. I have a strategy that I feel comfortable myself. Personally, I'd hate for anybody to put that in and not understand what they're doing and get completely wrecked. So do not use that. You know, I can't stress that enough. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm actually wanting to get into a position pretty quickly. I'd be okay at 1893 is what the current price is at right now. So I'm just going to put that, and I'm going to make it a limit order, and I'm going to do 25% of my Ethereum. And then I'm going to go ahead and play around. You can always change this later, but I'm going to go ahead and set my take profit at right around, let's see what 1990 gets us. So, you know, 5%, not a bad take. And like I said, if it starts moving pretty well, I may change that. I'm not going to do any sort of trailing take profit. I'm just going to execute this trade and see what happens. So let's double check it. It looks like it's dropped a little more. I'm going to go ahead and select, you know, the lower we can buy, the better. So what was that price that I said? 1883. Let's just go ahead and put in 1883 because there is some pretty good support at 1883. So the cheaper we can get in, the better. I'm going to go ahead and create the trade. Hit confirm. And now what you'll see is we've got an active order placed. The trade is not active yet. It hasn't quite hit 1883 just yet. And then it's also placed a sell at $1,990. So now I can just kind of set it and forget it. Once the trade is executed, and I'll show you on my Bitcoin, because I was going to go ahead and set up another buy order on my Bitcoin trade that's active right now. As you can see, my entry, I'm down pretty hard on Bitcoin right now, but that's okay. I'm doing a similar strategy. If we go over here to TradingView, I'll kind of show you what I'm thinking. We can go and get into our Bitcoin chart, and let me kind of squeeze this here a little bit. So what basically has happened is I bought in yesterday, and then I hit another buy order as the price started dropping at this $31,600 mark. What I want to do is make sure that I buy again if it keeps dropping. I don't think Bitcoin will go much lower than 30,000. So I'm going to go ahead and put another buy order in at 30,500, and then I'll go ahead and put another one in at the 29,500-ish dollar mark. So I have an active trade, like I said, going on Bybit for Bitcoin. So what I'm going to do is, once you're in an active trade, you can just come over here and you can do add funds, and then I'm going to say 25%, and I'm going to do, what was it, 30,580. And we want to do a limit order. 30,584 is the price that I want to buy at. Hit save. And then I'm going to do one more. Because those are really good prices for Bitcoin if it drops that low. And I don't think it'll go much lower. And then we're going to do 29. What was that price? 29,574. All right. So we're going to do that. Hit save. And now we're good to go. So this should do some more kind of dollar cost averaging for me. I have a take profit set at around 33,250. I may move that later, especially if the price drops and I pick up another buy order here. Then if I don't think the price is going to get back up to the range that I initially set anytime soon, and there is a take profit opportunity, after we place another buy order, then I'll probably look at doing that. So for now, that's what today's looking like. The market is, it's dropping, which is, it's good. Like, you got to buy low, sell high. So we want it to, if you're in a trade, if you're trying to learn how to trade like I am, then you look for those buying opportunities. Don't buy when everybody's like, when at the top of the market. I think a lot of people get excited and they get this fear that they're going to miss out on an opportunity. But this is the strategy that you should always consider: is you want to buy at the lowest that you can. Have a strategy. Think through it. If the price keeps dropping, because sometimes you just don't know, based on all the technical analysis that we have access to, sometimes you just can't predict that if it's going to keep dropping or not. So it's good to go in with a plan. And if you notice, I'm not trading with my entire wallet. I only buy a little bit. If it drops some more, then I have more that I can purchase at a lower price. So it's a good strategy. At the end of the day, even if you only make a little bit of profit, profit's better than losing, obviously. So don't get hung up on trying to make these huge gains all the time. That's where I made a lot of mistakes early on, is trying to make 50% on my money in one trade is just, it's really hard to do, and more often than not, that's how you get into trouble. So anyway, I hope that some of that is educational and helpful. If you see anything that would actually benefit people that are watching these videos, or that I could benefit from some information, since I am new to this, then please just leave comments. I'd love to hear from you guys, and have a good day. All right, talk to you later.